Hey everyone, and welcome. So, the creator economy, it's the dream, right? Turning your passion, your hobby, into a real full-time career. It's an amazing idea. But what if I told you that for most creators out there, that entire dream is being built on a foundation that's, well, incredibly shaky?
Let's just jump right in with a number that's pretty shocking. 72%. That's almost three-quarters of creators who say they feel completely dependent on social media platforms. And we're not just talking about being a little too online. No, this is their entire business, their livelihood, sitting in the hands of a company they have absolutely no control over. And that dependency, it creates a ton of fear. Get this, 70% of creators see algorithm changes as a direct threat to their very livelihood. Just let that sink in for a second. For 7 out of every 10 people trying to make a living this way, some random change in code, something they can't see or control, could literally wipe out their income overnight. That's terrifying. So all of this really points to one central problem, and there's a great metaphor for it. It's like creators are building their businesses on rented land. It perfectly captures the instability that's right at the core of the whole creator economy today. Okay, so what does rented land actually mean in practice? Well, think about it. Your audience, your content, your whole professional brand, it doesn't really belong to you. It all exists on a platform that someone else owns. You're basically a tenant, and the platform is your landlord. And that landlord, they can change the rules, they can raise the rent, or heck, they can evict you anytime they want, with no warning at all. This situation, this dependency, leads to something the source calls the algorithm trap. And it's not just one single issue. It's more like three walls closing in on you, creating this super high pressure, really insecure environment for anyone just trying to make a living. So what are these three walls of the trap? Well, first, you've got the shadow of burnout. Second, there's the crazy variable income and this idea of AdSenseless. And third, and this one is the real kicker, is the complete lack of data ownership. Let's break each one down. All right, first up is burnout. You've probably heard this before. You have to constantly feed the beast. The algorithm demands more and more content all the time. If you dare to take a vacation or even just a mental health day, you risk getting punished by the algorithm with less reach when you get back. It's like being on a creative treadmill that you can never, ever get off. And this isn't just a feeling. The numbers back it up. Over 60% of creators report feeling burned out in the last year alone. And they point the finger directly at that fear. The fear that if they take even a short break, they'll become totally irrelevant. Okay, that second wall closing in, the source calls it ad senselessness, which is a great term. It's all about relying on ad revenue from these platforms. It's a total gamble. Your payouts can swing wildly from month to month. And even worse, some automated bot can just randomly decide to demonetize you and poof, your income is just gone, instantly, with no real explanation. All right, now we're getting to the third wall. And honestly, this is the most critical part of the entire trap. It's the fact that you don't actually own your followers. It feels like you do, but it's a complete illusion. And it is, without a doubt, the single biggest risk any creator faces. There's a really powerful term for this, digital sharecropping. And it's perfect, isn't it? You do all the work, you plant the seeds, you cultivate this amazing community, but the platform owns the land. They own the tools, and crucially, they own your access to that audience. You can't just download a list of your followers and send them an email. Nope. The platform holds all the keys to the kingdom you built. So what happens if you get banned? Maybe it's a mistake, maybe it's not. It doesn't matter. Or what if the platform itself gets banned in a country? Your audience is just gone overnight. 100% of that community you poured your life into can vanish in a blink. The risk isn't partial, it's total. Okay, I know, that's a pretty bleak picture, right? It sounds almost hopeless, but here's the good news, it's not. There is a way out. There's a path forward that lets creators go from being just a renter to being a true owner of their digital world. And the key idea here is a big word, but a simple concept: disintermediation. All that really means is cutting out the middleman. It's about building a direct bridge, a direct connection between you and your fans, a bridge that no algorithm, no platform, no corporation can ever tear down. And you can really see the difference between these two paths. On one side, you've got the digital sharecropper. You're completely dependent, you're at the mercy of the algorithm, you have no real control. But on the other side, you're a digital landowner. You have total independence, direct access to your fans, and full control over your business. This isn't just about making more money. It's about stability. It's about peace of mind. So you're probably asking, okay, great, but how do I actually do that? Well, the answer is in a new wave of tools that literally let you build your own platform. The source we're looking at points to one called Web4.community. The whole idea is simple. You create your own private social network, a digital home that is 100% yours, completely under your control, and far away from the chaos of the big guys.
And the best part is, the benefits of ownership solve the exact problems we just spent all this time talking about. Think about it. Total independence? That means no algorithm hiding your posts. Your content reaches 100% of your fans, every single time. Full monetization? You stop giving away a huge chunk of your revenue to some platform. And data sovereignty? That just means that community is finally truly yours. You own that relationship.
Yeah, let's talk about the money for a second, because this is huge. On most platforms, they're taking a cut of 30%, sometimes even 50% of the money you make from things like subscriptions or tips. But when you own your own platform, you keep 100% of it. That's not just a nice little bonus, that is a fundamental, game-changing shift in your entire business. And get this is the real kicker. You might think building your own platform sounds like some huge, complicated project, but it's not. The source points out that you can literally launch your own network in less than 30 seconds. It's designed to be that easy, that fast, that accessible. So what does all of this add up to? It means the power dynamic is finally shifting. For the very first time, there are real accessible tools out there that let creators take back control from big tech. You can actually build a sustainable future, and you can do it on your own terms. So really, it all boils down to this one choice. Are you going to keep being a digital sharecropper, putting in all the work on someone else's land? Or are you ready to become a digital landowner, building something that you actually truly own and control? And that's where I want to leave you, with one last, really important question to ask yourself. That community you've poured your heart and soul into building, is it built on solid rock, or is it built on the shifting sands of someone else's platform? The choice and your future is really in your hands. Thanks for joining this explainer.